Hello viewer, Hujambo. Welcome to this YouTube channel where I, Grace the Nurse, talks about mother and child health care. I hope you've been able to follow the series of our learning sessions whereby we've been learning about growth monitoring and the outcomes that we can detect when your child is brought to the clinic routinely for the assessment. We already covered the feeding for a child below 6 months. Today, we are going to talk about feeding for a child above 6 months. And this is the child we call a young infant. If you have taken your child to the clinic, at 6 months, the child is given a vitamin A. And that vitamin means that your child has now been given a go-ahead to feed with other types of feeds, what they call complementary feeding. Now, before we come to talk on what to feed and when to feed your young infant, let us see some new words which are found in your child health booklet. The booklet that we called MOH 216, which carries the information for you as a mother and also information for the baby. So for us to understand the feeding for the young infant, that is a child above 6 months, let us cover these new words which are found in the MOH booklet. The first word is micronutrient. The second word is supplementation. The third word is fortification and food variety. 4. Micronutrient, supplementation, fortification, and food variety. So in our lesson today, by the end of this learning session, the mother should be able to understand what it means your child to have micronutrients. So what are micronutrients? We are told that micronutrients are the vitamins and the minerals that the body requires for its functions. For the body to be able to function properly, it requires micronutrients. These micronutrients are also called the body building blocks. These micronutrients that the body requires are also called the body building blocks. Micronutrients are 2. Yes, the micronutrients that the body requires for its functions are 2. Number 1 is the vitamins, and the number 2 are the minerals. So it is good to understand the two, that vitamins are different and the minerals are different, and they have different functions in the body. We are told that micronutrients, that is those minerals and vitamins, are not produced in the body. Instead, they are consumed with the food we eat, or they are supplemented. Yes, the vitamins and the minerals are not produced in the body. Instead, they are consumed with the food that we eat, or if not available, they are supplemented, with the exception of vitamin D. Where do you get vitamin D from? We will come to see after. So here we have covered the word micronutrient, and we have seen that there are 2 types of micronutrient, the minerals and the vitamins, and we have covered the word supplementation. Supplementation, then, it means if the food that we are feeding on are not having enough of these micronutrients, then supplementation is necessary. And that is why we mentioned when the child is brought to the clinic at the age of 6 months, this child is given vitamin A. And that giving of vitamin A is what is meant by the word supplementation. Okay, let us see another fact about micronutrients. The fact is they are not produced in the body, they are consumed by the food we eat, or they are supplemented. We are informed that people who do not have enough of these essential nutrients develop micronutrient malnutrition. Before we talked of malnutrition, we talked of a different type of malnutrition, and there were three. We have learned a new one again, which they are calling micronutrient malnutrition. That is, people who do not have enough of these essential nutrients develop micronutrient malnutrition, which has devastating consequences for the body. That is, if the body does not get enough of these micronutrients, that is the minerals and the vitamins, they develop complications in their body, what they are calling devastating for the body. If we can mention a few problems which can occur due to lack of minerals and vitamins. Number one, if it is a child, it can be born with defects. That is, the baby can be born with serious defects. Example, a child can be born with problems of sight. That is, a child can be born blind. A child can develop what they call a hair lip or a cleft palate. Have you ever seen a child born with a cut here? Yes, that is one of the devastations that the body can develop if the micronutrients and the minerals are not available in the body. Another problem that a child can develop especially is cognitive problems. That is, a child goes to school and has problems with learning, what they are calling cognitive inability. Yes. Another problem that a child can develop, especially because we understood last time, we were told that we are supposed to be feeding with a variety of foods from the time of conception up to about 2 years, because this is when the body is developing. So another problem that can be associated with the lack of minerals and minerals is reduced productivity. That is, reduced productivity, which can be on the side of fertility. That is, reproductive health is not well developed. And then also inability in terms of social contribution, in case somebody developed this reduction in productivity. Another severe problem which can occur if these micronutrients are not available is death to the mother or to the infant. Okay? Yes. Now, we are told that this problem of micronutrient malnutrition, according to WHO, half of pregnant mothers and children younger than 5 years old suffer from vitamins and minerals deficiency. And therefore, it is a global problem. The reason why I'm talking about it here is because it is my role to educate, so that when you become a mother, you should have this one in mind, that you are the one taking care of the child you are going to deliver, by making sure that you are having enough of minerals and vitamins. Now, there is a program which is there, and it is an international program, whereby there is an international micronutrient malnutrition prevention program, which works by ensuring national governments and the industries and the civic organizations successfully implement interventions such as mass food fortification. Our third word here, fortification. Here. That is, the solution for micronutrient malnutrition is that there is an international micronutrient malnutrition prevention program which works by ensuring national governments and industries and civic organizations successfully implement interventions such as mass food fortification, supplementations, and that is to reduce vitamins and minerals deficiency. Mass food fortification. We will see that in detail as we continue in this part of learning. That is why, in cases where a variety of vitamins, in cases where there is nutritious foods are not available, fortified foods and dietary supplements are useful in order to meet needs for the needs for one or more nutrients during pregnancy and to children up to 5 years. I know it is a bit complicated, but we have to understand the essence of micronutrients and vitamins in our body. Because as you can see, it is a global problem. And being a global problem, there is an intervention or a solution whereby governments, civic organizations are supposed to make sure that any industrial food, that is food that are prepared in the industries, like the unga we take, the salt we take, the what else? The oils we buy, they are adding these micronutrients. And that is where the word fortification comes in. This is because they are supposed to meet the need for one or more nutrients during pregnancy and to children up to 5 years. Yes? I think I'm going to pause there, first of all, so that people can understand these words. The micronutrient, the supplementation, the fortification, and food variety. Next lesson, we will talk about food variety. And I'll also demonstrate on how fortification is done by these industrial foods. Supplementation we have already known, because we said when we take your child to the clinic at 6 months, the child is given vitamin A. But there is also something we will see from the booklet. And then micronutrients, we have seen that micronutrients are the body building blocks. They are important for the different functions of the body. At any time the body lacks these, the body can suffer devastating problems. We have given an example of a child being born blind, a child being born with a hair lip or a cleft palate, and complications of cognitive ability and death to mother and child in case these things are lacking in the body. Thank you. Hope you have learned something. Subscribe, share, and let me know if this Kizungu Mingi is bringing complications. Thank you.